Imagine a creature that lives its entire life in pitch black caves, has skin like a baby, and breathes through gills but isn't a fish. Sounds like an alien, but it's actually a real animal. Meet the Olm, the featured creature on today's episode of CreatureDex. We'll be diving into its bizarre world and imagining what its Pokemon counterpart could look like. Native to the subterranean waters of Europe, the Olm is the only European cave-dwelling vertebrate. It is also known as the human fish due to its pale pinkish skin. Its scientific name is Proteus anguinus. Proteus is a Greek sea god that could change shape and had prophetic powers. Anguinus is derived from the Latin word anguius, meaning snake or serpent-like. The Olm resembles a pale, ghostly, snake-like amphibian with translucent pink skin, no functional eyes, tiny limbs, and a long, eel-like body. It can grow up to 30 centimeters. The Olm is neotenic, meaning it stays in its larval form for its entire life. A long life at that. Olms have been recorded to survive for more than 100 years, and they've been observed to go up to 10 years without eating. The Olm is endemic to the Dinaric Alps in Central and Southeastern Europe. They live in limestone karst cave systems, where underground rivers and streams flow. These caves are deep and dark, filled with cold water, and isolated from surface ecosystems, making the Olm one of the few vertebrates adapted to life in complete darkness. Olms have other heightened senses to make up for the loss of sight. They've adapted to navigating using a superpowered sense of smell, hearing, and even the ability to sense weak electric fields. They're nocturnal and spend most of their time either resting or slowly drifting through their watery cave homes, conserving energy. Some individuals have been observed staying in the same exact spot for years. Olms are solitary and don't stick around to care for their young. After laying eggs, they leave them to fend for themselves. These cave serpents are carnivorous, munching on small aquatic invertebrates like snails, worms, and insect larvae. And since food is super scarce in the caves, they've evolved to slow their metabolism to ultra-low levels, which helps them survive those decade-long snackless periods. As for predators, in the deep caves there aren't many, which is part of the reason Olms have evolved to be so chill and slow-moving. Alright, now it's time to turn this eerie little cave creature into a Pokemon. I'm calling the Olm's Pokemon counterpart Ether Olm from the words ether, which can mean spirit realm, and its common name Olm, basically a name inspired by the Olm's otherworldly appearance. Ether Olm has a water psychic typing. Water typing because the Olm lives its entire life submerged in freshwater cave systems. I was torn between a psychic or ghost subtyping given its eerie appearance, but ultimately landed on psychic because I felt it alluded better to the Olm's extrasensory abilities, which help it survive in dark underwater cave systems without the ability to see. Its Pokédex entry would read, Ether Olm dwells in underwater caverns untouched by light for centuries. Though blind, it perceives reality through sound and psychic waves. It can project otherworldly visions into the minds of nearby Pokemon and people. Are you ready for Ether Olm's Pokemon design reveal? Here's the Olm's mysterious Pokemon form.
Ether Olm.
This Pokemon has kept the pale white and pink color scheme of the Olm as well as its slender, snake-like form. It has some extra wispy fins, a row of thin spines running along its back, and some enlarged gill stalks. Two fairly muscular arms extend from its chest, ending in a pair of alien-looking hands. And finally, it has fleshy, sunken-in eyes, more defined than the Olm, but still alluding to its loss of sight. In terms of stats, this Pokemon's standout stat is Special Attack, a reference to the Olm's extrasensory powers. Its special defense isn't bad either, as it can use the same psychic powers to fortify itself during battle. It's also got relatively high HP to reflect the Olm's longevity. What kind of abilities could Ether Olm have? Hydration could be a potential option. This ability cures the Pokemon's status conditions in rain. Ether Olm spends its whole life in watery caves, and I can totally see it using the water as a healing source. Synchronize is another option. This ability causes a Pokemon to pass on a status condition to the Pokemon that inflicted it. Etherom's psychic powers enable it to use this ability, transferring status conditions onto the attacking Pokemon. And finally, Levitate. By floating in the air, this ability grants full immunity to all ground-type moves. Although it lives in water, I can picture Ethereum using this ability thanks to its psychic prowess to become airborne, helpful during battles. Let's talk about moveset. I picture Ethereum's moves focusing on special attacks fired from a distance and moves that boost its stats, inflict status conditions, and make this slippery cave monster harder to hit. Starting with Psychic. Psychic deals damage and has a 10% chance of lowering the target's special defense by 1 stage. I see this being Ethereum's bread and butter special attack. Muddy Water. This attack deals damage and has a 30% chance of lowering the target's accuracy by 1 stage. A fitting water-type attack for a cave dweller where the water isn't exactly crystal clear. Recover. Recover is a move that restores up to 50% of the user's maximum HP, a move to reference the Olm's slow, survivable nature. And finally, Calm Mind. This move raises the user's special attack and special defense by 1 stage each, a common status move for psychic types. And that's it for the episode. Is Ethereum the perfect cave cryptid Pokemon, or would you tweak its abilities and typing to better match the mysterious Olm? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you're loving this blend of real-world biology and Pokemon design. See you on the next episode of CreatureDex.